Hi, I'm Leon Scott Baxter, the dumbest genius you'll ever meet, the author of Secrets of Safety Net Parenting, and I am squinting because I've shot this in a way that I have to face the sun the entire time. That's what makes me the dumbest genius you'll ever meet. Anyway, I'm here to answer your parenting questions. If you would like your parenting questions answered in the future, please leave a question in the comments below. While you're at it, you might as well subscribe to this channel. You might as well like this video. And yes, I do realize that my gloves do not match, but when it comes to gardening, it's all about technique and less about fashion. Let's get started. Okay, question numero uno. That's Spanish for one. This comes from Carrie White from Wisconsin. She says, what time should my son go to bed at night? Carrie, I think he should go to bed at his bedtime, the time that you tell him to go to bed. So Carrie, different families have different sleep habits and sleep schedules, and depending on a kid's age, it kind of depends on how much sleep they need. Really, the most important thing you can do is make sure he gets enough shut-eye, and that can range between 9 to 12 hours depending upon his age. And I am not a sleep expert, but I'm sure you can find that information out just by going online, Googling your kid's age and how many hours he should get sleep. So to answer your question, Carrie, figure out a bedtime that gives him a sufficient amount of sleep and that also works with your family's schedule, and then set a bedtime and put him to bed at this time. If he can't sleep at first, don't sweat it. It's because he's got a new sleep schedule. Still wake him up at the time you've chosen to wake him up. His body will get used to it if you wake him up at the wake-up time. It's going to be rough going at first, but I guarantee you he will adjust. Alright, question number deux. That's French for two. My 8-year-old daughter said a bad word. It's a word we never use in our home. How should I discipline her? And this is from Chew 1979. If it's a bad word that you don't use in your home, Chew, which bad words do you use? Look, if it were my 8-year-old daughter, I want to know where she heard the word. And I want to deal with that issue first. And then I tell her the word is inappropriate to use. Tell her why. You don't have to tell her exactly what the words mean, but don't tell her just not to use the word. Let her know that it has negative connotations to it. Finally, once she understands, tell her if she chooses to use the word again, that there will be consequences. Let her know what the consequences are, and if she does choose to use them, be sure to follow through. Look. Oh, it's starting to grow. All right, question number 3. That's English for 3. This is from Julia from Toluca Lake. It says, I'm a single mom of 6 kids. All I ever hear is that I shouldn't hit my kids. I've tried it, but it's impossible to run a house alone by myself with all these kids without giving a little smack now and then. Do you have a better option? Okay, Julia, I can't tell you from experience what to do because I am not a single mom and I don't have 6 kids. But I can tell you, though, that I understand. When my oldest daughter was 2, she was misbehaving. I gave her a little smack on the leg. That was one kid. There were 2 parents in the house. I cannot imagine what it's like to be a single mom with 6 kids. But I can't advocate hitting kids because I was hit as a child. When I was in preschool, I went to school with a black eye, and when I was 4, I promised myself I would never hit my own children. Yet I did. Now I only hit her once, and I never did it again. But breaking a cycle is hard, Julia. It's really difficult. It would be easy for me to say, just don't hit and use your words and use timeouts, but you need more than that. You know, it's tough being a parent, and especially in your situation. But I will tell you, Julia, if you are okay with your children hitting other children at school, getting into bar fights when they get older, if you're okay with them hitting your future grandchildren, being victims of domestic violence or committing domestic abuse, then keep the cycle going. If not, you got to change it. If you want something more for your children, then contact a professional. Clergy, a counselor. You can even contact me on my website. I can't guarantee you that I'll have the answers for you, but I know it's more than a video can offer. So you can contact me at safetynetters.com. I'd be glad to help with your specific situation. I think it's time to break the cycle, Julia. So that's it for today's questions and answers. Ooh, look what we grew. Not bad. I hope I was able to help out in some capacity. If I wasn't, well, I can't do anything about giving you back the last 4 minutes of your life. Be sure you like this video below, subscribe, and comment, especially if you want your question featured in the next video. Also, check out my website, safetynetters.com, and if you just can't get enough of me, consider purchasing my book, Secrets of Safety Net Parenting, on Amazon.com. Hey, a strawberry! And a kiwi. Sweet. Take care. Thanks for coming. Drive carefully. I'm out of here. I'm still out of here. This is good. Finally. Hello, bird. Hi. Hello there, bird. Okay. Alright, thank you. The bird is saying lots of things. Finally, once she understands, tell her there's birds and there's airplanes. Let her know what the consequences are, and be happy that the airplanes are flying everywhere around your house while you're doing this video.